Spoke about this one when he signed, but Thomas the friendliest giant ever. You happy with that, with Gabe and Scott backing him up, or are you looking to add to that area still?
Well, we've got the two young keepers to back him up. In the ideal world, I would like another goalkeeper in. Yeah, that's me being honest. And that's why we offered Magnus Norman a contract. He chose to go elsewhere. I would like another one in, but I've got priorities in other areas as well. And it's going to be a case of what's left in the budget. And that's not me being disrespectful in terms of a number two goalkeeper. My priorities are to spend the money as wisely as we possibly can. And if it means that a goalkeeper has to take a little bit less when it comes to it, then that's what it'll have to be.
Are you getting that sense of excitement when you see that dressing room, particularly on this first day with the new players and the settling in process that has to go on?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I mean, I have the squad up on my board in my office, and I can see it, and I know there's just one area that needs strengthening, and I said this to the rest of the staff, that if we had to start the season on Saturday, I'm really comfortable with the majority of it. There's just one area that I feel needs strengthening, and that's what we're working to try and do. And if we get that, I think we'll be in a good place. If we don't get it, we've just got to work with what we've got, and we'll make it as good as we possibly can.
The ones that didn't get over the line, has there been a huge amount of frustration on your part, Paul, or is it just taking the punch and rolling on?
I think you always get frustrated, yeah, because I'm obviously biased because I know what it's like to be here. I know what it can be like when things start to take off, when we get our supporters backing us. I know what it's like to live in Carlisle. Everybody looks at a map and thinks, "Ooh, hang on a minute, it's a bit too far north for me there," and they've been put off because of that. And also, let's get back to brass tacks as well. We're not going to be able to offer the most money in this league, and we have to accept that. That's part and parcel of it, and that's not a case of anybody being tight in the boardroom or anything like that. That's just the nature of the football club. We can only spend what we have, and if we haven't got any more than that, then you just have to deal with it. And people can say whatever they like about it. That's where we are. So we can't go and offer the most money. So if we can't offer the most money, they want to spend a bit more time to think about it and see if they can get better. So there is an element of frustration, but it probably lasts for about 20 minutes, and then you move on. You've got to think about what the next one is. And as I said earlier, there's no point worrying about what I can't have. You just got to deal with it. You just got to get on with it, and then look at what other options you've got. And there will be options, and we will get players. And we've just got to hope that we make more good choices than bad ones.
Has the location thing cropped up? I mean, finances will always be an issue, and that isn't a negative thing, it's a factor. Yeah. Has that location thing cropped up at all as an issue?
It has, yeah. Yeah, it's been with probably, I would say, 3 or 4 that's happened. But again, we can't move it. We can't move Carlisle. This is where it is. And, in the good old days when I was watching football, the transport network wasn't what it is now. It's not hard to get to Carlisle. It's really, really easy. My son came up from London for one of the games towards the end of the season on the train. It's an absolute doddle on the train, so nothing to worry about getting here. And it's not a bad place to live once you get here as well. I mean, we're sitting outside here talking. The sun's out for a change, which is lovely. But no, it's one of them things. We've just got to deal with it. We've got to accept where we are. We've got to accept where we are financially, and we'll get players in. There's no problem about that. It's just getting the right ones.
And another one, and I don't think you're too fussed about this either, but we're always interested who the club captain will be. Do you think about that at this stage?
No, not at this moment. I'm obviously thinking about it, but it'll all depend who else we bring in. And for me, Callum Guy was captain at the start when I came in. Then he gets injured, so Morgan did a good job as captain. We might bring somebody in who I go, you know what, they're going to be the leader for us. But I haven't made that decision yet. What I want to see is a group of players who all want to lead each other. And last time I was here, I felt we had that. I could reel off so many names who could have genuinely been captains in those days. And I really want to try and get to that point here where we've got a group of people. I like what I'm seeing so far from the characters who are already in there, but I've only done one day and they haven't even seen a football, so there's a long way to go before I start to need worrying about or concerning myself with who's the captain. I mean, obviously the first game we got against Penrith, I've not even given it a thought who's going to be a captain in that game. I might not even have one. We might just send them out. So we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens. Morgan and Callum haven't done themselves any harm, but we'll see.